Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Oyinbo Princess Kitchen. Today we are doing pepper soup. This one is the easiest version, I no go lie you, the easiest version of pepper soup in the world. So as you can see, I have my meat here. This meat is beef and it's still on the bone, but it's not be saying I plenty bone or not mainly beef, but at least the bone day. For this pot, I guess small mama where I don't already cut. It's easier if you cut it when it's still not cooked. That way it's not slimy on your hand. It's very good to cut it like this, sha. Then I get some seasoning what I want to add to this thing. I get all-purpose chicken seasoning because it get nice flavor, even though say I know they use chicken. This one now your typical aromats. You know say I like aromats well. And garlic paste. I also prepare 2 onion and I have some Maggi where I don't already come out for the bag. This bag here. No more Maggi. The reason why I tell you say this pepper soup is the easiest, because say we they use this thing. Pepper soup mix. This one, it makes sense. You know why? All the original flavors are there. This thing is made in Nigeria, product of Nigeria. So it makes sense. Well, everything day inside, even the Knorr cube day there, but it's even better to say you could still add your Maggi because right now I'm not using that. Right now I just want to season my meat. And as you can see, the poundo day. So I like pepper soup with poundo or pepper soup with agege bread. Now they make sense. So first of all, as I don't get the meat here, I don't already wash everything. So the meat is washed. I will now just add my onion. This is 2 bowls of onion, sha. And the reason why I know they cut and pass like this, now just in half, is so that you fit more time at the end because you don't need them inside. It's just to flavor the meat for now. I want to also add my Maggi cubes. So here, this is 2. But as you can see, this is plenty meat too. So if you are cooking for a party like I am, then you go to know how you go to do it. So I'm using 4. That is 4. Okay. Then I also want to add small multi-purpose seasoning. May just enter. The multi-purpose is good, sha. The chicken seasoning where we like. This flavor is very good. Just adds flavor. There's nothing about chicken inside. It's just flavor. And aromats. You cannot do without. Aromats is very good. It might look like plenty, but the pot, I don't know whether you see them here, but the pot's big there. So, see the size of a normal pot beside it. You can see the size difference. It's very, very big. And the last thing I want to add now is garlic paste. If you don't get garlic paste, you fit use garlic. Just like 2 or 3 cloves of garlic. Depends whether you like it. And you can even buy garlic and ginger if you really like. It's just for your meat to be seasoned. Now the pomo, I know they add onion to the pomo. The reason being is it tends to absorb the flavor too much. So I'm not actually adding it. I'm going to add small multi-purpose. Little bit. As you can see, there's not much there. None of the chicken. I'm not adding that. I'm adding the aromat. And don't forget, all will end up in the same pot finally, so the flavor will still be. And 2 Maggi. That's it. That's all I'm adding to the pomo. This is just seasoning for boiling everything together. So the next stage you will not see for now. I'm just going to add water. For the pomo, I just want to cover it literally. But for the meat, I want to allow at least maybe an inch or so above the meat because this will be my pepper soup base. I don't use pomo stock, sha. If it tastes okay once the thing is cooked, I will. But if you use pomo or shaki, it's not good to use the stock from the shaki. It doesn't taste good. However, pomo alone, you fit use her. So for now, I won't just cover them with water and I won't put them for boil. So you go soon see how they come back, Okay, so I don't cover everything now in water. As I talked before, the meat pot, I've covered it more than an inch above. And the pomo, I've just covered it, literally just covered it. So it's just enough to cook it. So as we do like this, we've just put everything on boil, high heat, as you can see, very high heat. Just to start the cooking process. Once it's boiling, I will reduce the heat small, but you're still leaving it on quite a high heat so that you can maintain the cooking level. So in the meantime, sit back, relax, carry your Guinness, they go, Okay, my beauties, so I've been now boiling this meat for, I could say, probably an hour, actually, an hour and 20 minutes, something like that. So now the meat don't boil finish. I don't come out the light, the heat. It is just here. I'm getting ready to now carry the meat out and put it for one side. I don't already finish the pomo as well. I've let it reach the point where the water don't go. There's no water again. And it don't slightly stick for under. And I need to give the pomo flavor. So the next stage, I'm just going to remove the meat from here. Put them in one bowl where I don't already arrange for sides. And I will then be straining the water using a sieve to come out any onion or any other pieces that I haven't come out. So yeah. So now, see the meat here. I don't use my spoon to come out the meat. And I try to not take any water. So I did it by using just a normal spoon with holes in. I do not like using plastic and I do not like using metal in my cooking. I like to either use plastic or wood because it can spoil the food. So I've used this to try and reduce what is actually in here. It's not possible to get everything, so I've done my best with this. And I will now, into another pot, I will use this sieve. It's always better to use this mesh where I get this kind foil or something, because now in the work pass. So I got to put this in for here. It don't get gripper, so it don't fit slip. And I will now be pouring the contents through this space. This is the best way to get your pepper soup very nice without all those bits underneath. So although I cannot show you this stage because I do not have hands to show you, I'm at least telling you how we go do them. So this is the next stage, yeah? So I've started sieving it now. And if the thing can't block, which it will, because you get all those particles there, you'll just gently use your spoon, your wooden spoon, just to help make the contents, the liquid can't enter. But you could just be patient small with this, because these are the things that you do not really want in your pepper soup. It's not very sweet. It's just from the meat, but it's not very nice. So once you don't stir them, if you now just shake it. Shake, shake, shake. See what you are left with. Are you seeing it? And this now, I have not finished though. There's more to go. Shade is there. There is more in the other pots. But you will just dispose of this so that you now have a clean, dispose of it and just quickly rinse through your sieve before you continue. And I will now do the sieving process not once. It will go back from this pot into the other pot again before I then sieve it. I usually do it 3 times just to get that very fine pepper soup. So yeah, now the next stage, my people. Okay, so now I don't strain them complete, like 3 times I don't strain them. I don't add this pepper soup mix, shade the same. I don't add them inside. And the thing is, this is why I'm telling you now, the easiest pepper soup mix where you fit ever, the easiest pepper soup where you fit ever make be this. So it's now being sieved. If you like, you can sieve it again at this point. But for me, that pepper soup seasoning where they inside, now is sweet pass. So I leave them like that. It likes to have some sort of bite to the actual soup. So it makes sense. Just add them enter, and we're going to put them back for fire for, let's say, another 10-15 minutes. Make it boil, then reduce them back. In the meanwhile, we are going to be frying our meat. So now the next stage be this. So now to fry the meat. I don't get my frying pan here today, but frying pan is the better option, sha. If you don't get frying pan, you go use pot, the same way I'm using. Just put small oil for the bottom, enough to cover your meat. And just allow it to do its work. Make sure it fry well though, because now they give them flavor. I could talk say maybe you go fry them for this kind of heat where they bubble well for at least 5 to 6 minutes, sha. So the rest of the meat just they wait. And any small onion or bone where you see discard, carry another plate, discard them, because it's not sweet for inside the pepper soup. Person not go happy with you, they're gonna find better bone like this one. So carry on, come out. And meanwhile, the pepper soup still there for back. It is just heating now, so it's heating on a low heat. Once this meat is fried, it's no faffing, straight from the fryer into the pepper soup. Now so while the meat is frying, the pomo where we don't cook before now, and no sauce remain, no everything don't enter one time. So the pomo where they ready like this, I won't just tip and enter the pepper soup. Are you watching? Oh boy, the thing goes splash. Oh. Gently. I'll go carry the spoon, come out any other. So that is now just inside with the pepper soup mix. Make it just enter one time. So as it's getting hot, all the flavors gonna just enter our pepper soup. And now you are seeing this froth on top, you will just reduce the heat small. It's very important that it doesn't boil again. You are just you are basically heating it, sorry about the steam. And this meat here, where I don't already fry, is ready. So as the meat is ready, carry it, come out, drain the oil. You don't want excess oil in pepper soup. Oil is not part of the pepper soup recipe. So drain the oil and enter it inside your pot. It's really as simple as that. Be careful not to get splashed. It's quite dangerous, Drain, 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 and enter. So this is the next stage. I will continue to fry my meat until all the meat is done and in the pot, and then I will show you what's next. Okay, so now all the meat don't enter the pepper soup, and as you can see, this pepper soup don't full way. Everything there inside gone, and it's so full. I can't even mess around. Show you see the meat. So now you just want to leave 5 minutes, no more. Just let everything just come, all the flavors come blend. Make the meat just can't accept the pepper soup. Now marry matter. This one will be divorce, now marriage. So your Oyinbo Princess kitchen. This one is our pepper soup. I could still show you as I think they look once you want to serve them. See the pomodoro. So so 5 minutes. After the 5 minutes, we're going to serve them. So now everything is set. This is now your pepper soup, Oyinbo Princess style. One more meat, better natural oil from the meat. Nothing of any added anything. This one are natural meat oils. Oh boy! Now the only thing we remain now to chook Agege bread enter. I beg. So this is how to make pepper soup Oyinbo Princess style. I beg, if you like go subscribe to my channel. You will see plenty better dish. I post every day, Where on sa, where on ma, Oyinbo Princess says so.